Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Heat's Bam Adebayo sets record straight on injury absence versus Cavs. While it has been a tumultuous season for the Miami Heat in terms of their injury problems this season, especially at this part of the year, fans were concerned to see star Bam Adebayo added to the report before Wednesday's game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was announced by the team to be questionable with a back injury and eventually sat out the game as the Heat's big man spoke after the contest to delve deeper into why he was absent from the outing. Adebayo in the past has had back injuries, which likely prompted Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra to play it safe with the star and sit him out against the Cavs. The University of Kentucky product would speak to the media after and say he had a conversation with Spoelstra and because players like Jimmy Butler and Nikola Jovic were coming back, that it was time to take one according to Ira Winderman of the Sun-Sentinel. Sat down, had a conversation with coach, Adebayo said. We got guys back, so he told me it was time to take one. Butler and Jovic had missed the past 2 games prior to the win against the Cavs where Adebayo was the main, featured player in the Heat's offense and defense. When asked if the back injury is something to be concerned about, Adebayo would soften the issue saying that it is merely maintenance and that he will be all right. More maintenance than anything, Adebayo said of Wednesday's break. I'll be all right. Instead of being a leader on the court, he had to continue his captain duties on the sidelines during the outing in Cleveland, which was a position filled in before by Heat legend Udonis Haslem. However, he would admit after the game that he is still getting used to talking on the sidelines and much prefers being out there with his teammates. I don't like talking on the sidelines, being that captain, Adebayo said via the Sun-Sentinel. I like being out there, trying to help my guys win. The comments from Adebayo comes after past quotes he said about being eager for the whole team to be fully healthy again, which by some could be a naive point of view with the amount of injuries the team has had the past 2 seasons. However, if there has been a team that overcomes those hurdles in the postseason, it has been the Heat. It's going to be a dope experience just for all of us to be healthy again, all of us be out together and all of us try to figure out how we can get wins and make a deep playoff run, Adebayo said after Miami lost to the Philadelphia 76ers last Monday. In terms of the injury report besides Adebayo, the Heat are missing Duncan Robinson who missed Wednesday with a back injury plus the continued absences of Tyler Herro, right foot medial tendonitis, and Kevin Love, right heel bruise, who have missed 13 and 11 games straight respectively. However, Adebayo expressed that he is not frustrated in the amount of moving parts the team has had with injuries. No, because you can't dictate injuries, Adebayo said as he is averaging 19.9 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game while shooting 51.7% from the field. You can't tell guys to play through some injuries that are obviously really bothering them, me included. For us, it's next man up always. We've won games with 8 guys before. So when you got guys out, you still have a chance. With 13 games left in the regular season, Miami has little to no room for error as every game matters, especially in a tightly packed Eastern Conference, where they are placed 7th with a 38-31 record. They start a 4-game homestand Friday, where they will take on the New Orleans Pelicans. Erik Spoelstra's Terry Rozier demand that would help Heat's sluggish offense. In the Miami Heat's win over the Cleveland Cavaliers Wednesday night, star Terry Rozier shined in the final period, scoring 11 points to put the game away. He was the aggressive player that Heat fans were waiting to see, as even Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra said after the game that himself and teammates have been wanting to see that side of him, according to Anthony Chang of the Miami Herald. Terry was 5 for 6 on threes, Spoelstra said. One of the first things I told him was, what if he would have shot 10 to 12? His head coach wants him to be that aggressive, his teammates want him to be that aggressive, Jimmy and Bam want him to be that aggressive. If he would have gotten 10 or 12 up, this might not have been close down the stretch. He would finish the game with 24 points, and in those 11 points in the fourth quarter, 7 came off of a 4-point play and then after, a step-back 3-point shot that put the game on ice. While Rozier has said before he didn't want to step on anybody's toes when joining the Heat, he said it means everything that his head coach and teammates want him to shoot more. It means everything, Rozier said. The guys that you're going to war with, that you're around daily really truly believe in you. It's crazy because Spoelstra has been trying to tell me to get up as many threes as I can when I first got here. So it's just a matter of time that it's going to happen. It was never going to be easy for Rozier to mesh in right from the jump, as while he was arguably the main focus with the Charlotte Hornets, the Heat already had 3 players scoring around or more than 20 points per game in Jimmy Butler, Tyler Herro, and Bam Adebayo. While he still had great performances with Miami, Spoelstra mentioned it would be a process to finally see how Rozier is a great clutch performer. It's a process when things happen at mid-season, when you change teams and move to a different city and try to acclimate as quickly as you possibly can, Spoelstra said. He didn't want to step on anybody's toes. But this is why we wanted him here. He's a great clutch performer, and he's been that way his entire career. Rozier has said time and time again since joining Miami after being dealt for Kyle Lowry and a 2027 first-round pick that he wants to be a part of a winning organization. The transition has not been seamless, but Rozier asked bluntly, who the hell wants it easy? It's what every true competitor in my position would want, Rozier said. Nothing has been easy. But who the hell wants it easy? Because at the end of the day, I think it's going to pay off in the long run and you're going to appreciate times like this. So far this season, Rozier is averaging 20 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 6 assists per game while shooting 44.2% from the field. The Heat are 38-31 on the season and will start a 4-game homestand Friday against the New Orleans Pelicans. Who's in, who's out for Heat versus Pelicans? The latest on Bam Adebayo and Duncan Robinson. There's positive news on the injury front for the Miami Heat. Heat All-Star center Bam Adebayo's absence may only last 1 game. Black small square Heat 3-point shooting forward Duncan Robinson is not expected to be out for an extended stretch after the scan of his injured back did not reveal any significant issues, according to multiple league sources. Adebayo, who missed Wednesday night's 107-104 road win over Cleveland Cavaliers with a lower back contusion, sounded hopeful when speaking to reporters after the victory that he could return for the Heat's next game on Friday against the New Orleans Pelicans at Kaseya Center, 8 p.m., Bally Sports Sun. He's listed as questionable for Friday's contest. More maintenance than anything, Adebayo said when asked about missing Wednesday's game. We'll be all right. Robinson isn't ready to return yet and will miss his 2nd straight game, as he has been ruled out for Friday's matchup against the Pelicans with what has been diagnosed as left facet syndrome. But the scan on Robinson's back provided a sense of relief that he's not dealing with a major issue. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Miami Heat? Leave your opinion in the comments.